Boom! Boom!
Boom?
Oh, look at that. Skye went boom, and they don't usually. The skies are very quiet, apart from a bit of like.
There was an echo.
Oh. Yeah. Guess what? Skye's back for Chillin Tuesday. Yeah, you remember Skye from episode 7th of February 2023? Yeah, and a few others. And Wednesday Words. Yeah, well, she's back coming through Gyra, and I've talked her into doing some poetry for Chillin Tuesday. So if you're a poet and you're coming through Gyra, feel free to drop in and be part of Chillin Tuesday. I'd love to interview you. Yeah. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Today's the 10th of December.
It is.
I am 20,013 days old.
A teenager.
Young. Yeah. Yeah. Still. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Getting younger every day. Right. And the weather, who knows? It's about 23.9. 23.8, that's according to the bomb. Tomorrow we're heading for a maximum of 25 in Gyra, and overnight 14. What a lovely sleeping weather, hey?
Yeah.
It's not sweaty, you could have a doona, just one. Yeah, and feel comfortable and everything. Oh, look, see, my beard is hitting the microphone, so that's probably making a banging noise.
Oh, dear.
Take that off and pop it in there. Okay, stick it under my arm. It's all right, I already tried to eat a dreadlock today. Flavoured with mango.
Hard.
Well,
Hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's fine. Yeah. Mango quite often tastes hairy.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, we better read some poetry, eh?
Yeah.
I suppose. We've got pretty much a colonial special, pre-settlement, not pre-settlement, pre-federation special today, although young Mary, $10 Mary Gilmore, she lived into past federationists. And we're going to start off with, I'm going to start off with Charles Harpur, because he was just one of our very, very early poets from January 23rd, 1813 he was born, and he passed off on June 10th, 1868. So what does that make him? He would have lived to, 55? Oh, my goodness. I'm 55 on my next birthday. Oh, wow.
There you go.
Well, I'm not, that's not going to,
He even got a huge beard.
He does, doesn't he? This is what he looks like. There you go. And Charles Harpur. And this is a midsummer noon in the Australian forest. Well, look, we're in the forest, aren't we?
Yeah.
Here. Not a bird disturbs the air. There is quiet everywhere, over plains and over woods. What a mighty stillness broods. Even the grasshoppers keep where the coolest shadows sleep. Even the busy ants are found, resting in their pebbled mound. Even the locust clingeth now in silence to the barky bough, and over hills and over plains, quiet, vast, and slumberous reigns. Only there's a drowsy humming from yon warm lagoon slow coming. 'Tis the dragon hornet, see, all bedaubed resplendently with yellow on a tawny ground, each rich spot not square nor round, but rudely heart-shaped as it were, with blurred and hasty impress there of vermeil crusted seal, dusted o'er with golden meal. Only there's a droning where yon bright beetle gleams in the air, gleams it in its droning flight with a slanting track of light, till, rising in the sunshine higher, its shards flame out like gems on fire. Every other thing is still, save the ever-wakeful rill, whose cool murmur only throws a cooler comfort around repose, or some ripple in the sea of leafy boughs, where lazily tired summer in her forest bower, turning with the noontide hour, heaves a slumberous breath ere she once more slumbers peacefully. Oh, 'tis easeful here to lie, hidden from noon's scorching eye, in this grassy, cool recess, musing thus of quietness. A Midsummer Noon in the Australian Forest by Charles Harpur.
Lovely.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And I reckon that is about the most justice I've ever read that with. Like that. Just, it has to be read slow, like you're feeling that silence there. Yeah, just sort of, I don't know, I really felt in his mind, in that place, in the forest. I think if you're Australian you've been in the forest in the midsummer's afternoon, you've felt that silence with the locusts or the cicadas all going Now, we're going to move on to Henry Lawson's mum, aren't we now?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, let's contrast that with something that's coming up here.
Oh, yeah.
A metal gig.
Pretty contrast.
Yeah, we'll go from the Midsummer in the Australian bush to Whisperhead, Stitchfinger and Cosmic Crumb. They're coming to Gyra on Saturday the 8th of February, and that's a metal gig. Like last week we had, well, Fiore Musicale chamber music with Christmas chorale music, and the day before, or the weekend before that, we had punk music. And then on the 28th of February, we've got Gwyn Ashton's coming back to Gyra, back to Australia to do his tour, one of the best blues rock men in Australia. Did you see him when he was here last time? Gwyn Ashton? No, probably not. I don't think so. He did, no. Oh, wow, he was amazing. But he is supported by the amazing, the really famous Armadale band Party Line with the Caffarella brothers. Simon. They are very excited to be coming here and they're supporting Gwyn Ashton. And cool. Gwyn Ashton is going to be amazing. But yeah, Whisperhead, Stitchfinger and Cosmic Crumb, Saturday the 8th of February, 6 p.m. Tickets are $20 and available from glenfestevents.com.au. All right, let's get back to a bit of poetry. And Louisa Lawson, have you got the page ready for me, have you?
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much. So this is a dialogue that Louisa Lawson wrote. Well, it's actually a child's question and a mother's answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love my mum. I nearly said I got mummy issues.
What?
I don't. I love my mum. Yeah. I love her like to bits. She's still alive. I'm very lucky. Yeah. Your mum's still alive too.
Yes. Yeah, I love her. I love my mum too.
And some people's mum isn't alive. So yeah. And that, we got to, understand that must be very difficult for some people too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or their baby.
Yeah. That's right. One really interesting one that Henry Lawson wrote was actually called The Water Lily. And it's about a dream told to him about a mother who lost her baby, but she told him this dream. But anyway, let's read Louisa Lawson.
Yeah.
This is called A Child's Question. Why do you weep, mother? Why do you weep? For baby that fell in the summer to sleep? You say that you prayed when she lingered in pain, that God in his mercy would take her again. He heeded your prayer, and a beautiful sleep stole over our darling. Then why do you weep? You tell how the angels sang paeans of love to welcome her home to the mansions above, where lovingly over her spirit they keep a bright watch forever. Then why do you weep? And have you not told us again and again that we will yet see her set free from all pain? Beyond the bright sun, where no dark shadows creep? Then why do you weep, mother? Why do you weep?
Mother's answer. You ask me, dear child, why thus sadly I weep. For baby the angels have taken to keep. Although she is safe and for ever at rest, a yearning to see her will rise in my breast. I pray and endeavour to quell it in vain, but stronger it comes and yet strong again, till all the bright thoughts of her happier lot are lost in this one, my baby is not. And while I thus yearn so intensely to see this child that the angels are keeping for me, I doubt for the time where her spirit has flown, if the lovin' of angels can fully atone for the loss of a mother's, mysterious and deep. I own that thought sinful, yet owning it, weep.
Yeah, wow.
Mm.
Yeah. So she
Yeah.
asked for the baby that God would in his mercy would take her again, and he heeded your prayer.
Yeah.
And then at the end, for the loss of a mother's, mysterious and deep, I own that thought sinful, yet owning it, weep. Yeah, sad, isn't it? Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
I guess back in those days there were many very high infant mortality, like very, very, very high. You know, kids would get sick and just people, adults, like people would be, and a lot of these poets. There was Lesbia here, Harford. She was what, 27, 38. 36 when she died. So, you know, they didn't, 40 was quite a, 50 was an old age.
Yep.
Like Charles Harpur at 55. And not many people reach 70 years and 10, which was, 70. Yep. But Australia now has something like the, one of the highest in the world. Men, 86 or something like that. Yeah. But Japan has the highest number of centenarians.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, what do we got to read next? I got to do Charles Harpur's other one next that I wanted to finish off with. Words is the next one I got from Charles Harpur. It does need a little bit of explaining, because the last two lines are sort of more glorious than Thermophylae, and many lay that schoolboys can scan a nobler feat than Inca man. Thermophylae and Inca man They were both famous battles. The Battle of Inkerman was in the Crimean War, Crimea is actually the Ukraine, and this was in the 1800s. And it was because, like, England was meddling there. I mean, they still are.
Yeah.
I mean, the irony, right? And it was, words. Words are deeds. The words we hear may revolutionise or rear a mighty state. The words we read may be a spiritual deed, excelling any fleshly one as much as the celestial sun transcends a bonfire made to throw light upon some raree show. A simple proverb tagged with rhyme may colour half the course of time. The pregnant saying of a sage may influence every coming age. A song in its effects may be more glorious than Thermopylae, and many a lay that schoolboys scan a nobler feat than Inkerman. Yeah. I really feel like that with poems that I've read out before a few times, that I become really attuned to the meaning of them and being able to deliver it really succinctly and definitely. And it requires those pauses to create the imagery in the audience, the listener's mind. Yeah, when you're delivering poetry, really to not to speed it up and just to belt out the rhyme, because it's hard to catch. And I think hip hop, as the wonderful form of poetry it is wonderful. It can be difficult to catch the lyrics unless you slow down and watch a lyric video.
Yeah.
And then absorb it. Yeah. What have you got for us, Skye?
What have I got? Mary Gilmore.
Ooh, $10 Mary.
$10
That's
Mary.
her before it. She's our longest living poet, as far as I'm aware. 97.
There you go.
When was she born? What year?
1962.
And when did she
die?
die?
No, sorry. She was born 1865 and she died 1962.
Wow. Okay. 8 years before I was born. Yeah, wow. Yeah. She lived a long life, eh? Gosh. That's why she was a dame.
Okay.
She got damed.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, made a knight. Or a dame anyway. Dame Mary Gilmore, yeah.
There you go.
And affectionately known as $10 Mary.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, this one's Nurse No Long Grief. Oh, could we weep, and weeping bring relief? But life asks more than tears and falling leaf. Though year by year tears fall and leaves are shed, spring bids new sap arise and blood run red. Nurse no long grief, lest thy heart flower no more. Grief builds no barns, its plough rust at the door.
Wow. Grief builds no barns, its plough rusts at the door. Yeah. So get over it. Don't grieve. That's what she's saying.
That's right.
I mean,
nurse no long grief.
Yeah.
You can grieve, but not
Nurse no
too long.
long grief. Yeah. Don't
nurse
nurse it
it.
for long. Yeah. Don't hold on to your grief. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is a process, the steps of grieving.
That's right.
You can just Google it. The steps to grieving.
Yeah.
Loss and grieving. Anyone, loss of anyone, anything, death, all of that. So look it up. If you're grieving, don't hold on to it too long.
Yeah.
Change happens, and as I say, life is like a flash of lightning.
Yep.
A bubble in the stream. Yeah.
That's it.
Nurse no long grief. All right.
Mm.
Have you got another one there for us?
Yeah. Remembrance. Remembrance. Keep me within thine heart, one chamber set apart. There, though I never come, yet will I know it home. There, where no hand but mine may lift the veil or thine. Keep me within thine heart, one chamber set apart.
Yep.
Yep.
Here's one from Mary Gilmore that I've got. Eve's Song. I span and Eve span, a thread to bind the heart of man. But the heart of man was a wandering thing that came and went with little to bring. Nothing he minded what we made, and here he loitered and there he stayed. I span and Eve span, a thread to bind the heart of man. But the more we span, the more we found it wasn't his heart, but ours we bound. For children gathered about our knees, the thread was a chain that stole our ease. And one of us learned in our children's eyes that more than man was love and prize. But deep in the heart of one of us lay a root of loss and hidden dismay. He said he was strong, he had no strength, but that which comes of breadth and length. He said he was fond, but his fondness proved the flame of an hour when he was moved. He said he was true, his truth was but a door that winds could open and shut. And yet, as he came back, wandering in from the outward track, we held our arms and gave him our breast as a pillow place for his head to rest. I span and Eve span, a thread to bind the heart of man. Yeah, interesting. I'll have to think about that. Like give it a bit of time. This is one called Never Admit the Pain by Mary Gilmore.
Okay.
What have you got next? Something from her or something from
Mary.
That
was it?
Mary Fullerton.
Mary Fullerton. Yeah.
All right. Well, this is a real quick one. It's only like 8 lines. Called Never Admit the Pain by Mary Gilmore. Never admit the pain. Bury it deep. Only the weak complain. Complaint is cheap. Cover thy wound. Fold down its curtained place. Silence is still a crown. Courage a grace. I don't know if I did that justice, but it's done. Oh well.
Did you want to do it again?
Not really.
Okay.
No. It's over to you.
All right. So we've got Mary Fullerton. Did they call it E?
They
Okay.
did, yeah.
There you go. This one's called Flesh. I have seen a gum tree scarred by the blaze of the pioneer axe, mend after long days, lip to lip shut of the separate bark, till the gape of the wound was a vanished mark. I have seen in the hunt the pulse of rent flesh, seen the fingers of time unite in afresh. I have heard a man's cry as the teeth of the mill bit marrow and bone, to hurt, not to kill. Oh, strong is the flesh to cure and defend. 'Tis the stopped heart that time cannot mend.
The stopped heart that time. Yeah, well, so if someone's dead,
That's it.
they're dead.
You can't mend that.
No, you can't.
It's dead.
I guess like you've got one there called Lovers, but I guess I've kind of written a couple of things about death this week. We unfortunately had the loss of one of our community members in a tragic car accident this week, and our thoughts go out to the family and those grieving. And yes, Mary Fullerton was born on the 14th of May 1868 in Glenmaggie, Victoria. Have you ever heard of Glenmaggie?
I have heard of it.
Oh, okay. I haven't.
I don't know exactly where it is, though.
No. And she passed away in 1946 on the 23rd of February. She wrote stories and verse for Australian magazines and periodicals under the pseudonym Alpenstock, but also under the pseudonym E, which was her middle name because it was Mary Eliza Fullerton. Yeah, and yeah, so that's a little bit about her. Their publication, her stuff was published after her death, some of her stuff. So, yeah, that's like quite a lot of our poets, really. Some, well, not a lot of them, but some of them.
Yep.
Molly McNutt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll read some of the ones that I've written this week that will lead into what you're going to write. Read. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, leading into what you're doing, and on the note of like grief and loss and that kind of stuff, I guess, yeah, I've been contemplating life and death a little bit, having turned 20,000 days old nearly 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And this is time flies, and in a flash, lightning is born and dies. A stray cat disappears from before my eyes, as the brevity of lives, of butterflies, bubbles pop, hellos, goodbyes. Here we are, as one planetary community, rocks, plants, animals, humans in unity. Time moves on each now with impunity. Breeze in the trees is playing a tune to me. It's Sunday with no sun. It's just a name. Can't call it rain day. Every Sunday doesn't rain. Life is brief, like water down the drain. Even pain goes if you don't focus on the pain. Yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty much, isn't it?
That's it.
You know, like if you're laughing at a funny movie, you're not thinking about your pain, are you?
Yep.
No.
That's right.
That's why Chillin Tuesday, Wednesday Words is really important. The open mic night that we've got here, where people can come along, you can share your times, you can play your music every Wednesday night from 6:30. So if you're a musician, a comedian, you want to practice some stand-up, you want to practice your poetry, we record it, we put it up on a YouTube. You can look at yourself and then review it so you can improve. And that's the whole idea of Wednesday Words, is to support artists who want to become performers, of course, and give them a space.
Yeah.
We've got a whole theatre here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's lovely.
It is, isn't it? It's a great theatre, the biggest in New England. Look, the other one is where do we find peace? So people think you find it outside of yourself, but we cannot ever control the rest of the world. And we're going to hurt ourselves if we want to make it like our ego thinks it ought to be. So peace. Peace is not found in a faraway land, nor is peace found by shaking a hand. Peace is not found in the north, south, west, or east. Peace comes from taming the egotistic beast. Peace doesn't come from a piece of ground. When the new shoots grow or the leaves turn brown, peace is not found at home hiding inside. Peace is a state of being that you decide. Peace doesn't come from changing the world, stopping torture, or being with some boy or girl. Peace isn't found with the setting moon or sun. Peace comes from acceptance and detachment to outcomes. Yeah, that's I don't know if you know, but if you know, I've been reading a lot of Buddhist philosophy lately, and it's sort of coming back up from there, being rewritten in Thundercloud mind language, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, the peace within.
It is, yeah. And the last one that leads into what you're about to do is, this was a reflection this morning. This one's going to lead into what you've got there.
Okay.
The what's it called? Loving or something?
It's called Lovers.
Lovers.
From
well.
E.
Love is reverent and divine. Love wants the best for you. Love that says you are not mine is the love that's true. True love transcends attachment and desire. True love is not stoked by the ego's burning fire. True love is complete and withstands each test. True love only wants for the other what is best. Love is benign and has no expectations. Love is forgiving, optimistic, and trusting with affirmation. And that's that. Yeah.
Good.
So I just really had to sort of go into sort of, where am I going with this and what is it? It's hard to write about what is it. It's like the what do you call it? The non-attached love. Yeah. One where you're like what you love your kids. You don't love them because you expect anything out of them. You just love them because you want the best for them. And that's the first line. It says, you're not mine. I just want the best for you.
Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah. Lovely.
Lovely.
Okay. You got something
right.
about some lovers.
So E. Mary Fullerton. She writes a poem about lovers. To be unloved brings sweet relief. The strong, adoring eyes play the eternal thief with the soul's fit disguise. He will not sleep and let be drawn the screen of thy soul's ark, They keep those lidless eyes, thy sanctuary stark. God, when he made each separate, unfashioned, his own act, giving the lover's eyes, so his love's soul be sacked. To be unloved gives sweet relief. The one integrity of soul is to be lone, inviolate and free.
Well, cool. What's next for me to read? Modern Poets. Okay, the next one by Mary Fullerton.
Yeah.
Modern Poets, but this was written long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh well, Modern Poets long ago. Yeah. Shall they not praise the cogs, praise the pistons and wheels, and still be poets? To whom appeals the recurring morn, the immortal primrose, and the scent-laden eve in the market corn? Yea, your footsteps can chime with the myriad feet, finding rhythm and rhyme on the asphalted street. There is poetry there, in the whirl and the spin, for the makers of rhyme who shall dare to come in. Life and struggle and moil, day and day in the rough. Poets, knowing not these, have not knowledge enough. When the hour swings around, come and barter and buy. Come away from green earth and blue sky. That's a bit profound. I'm just sort of interested in that. So particularly this one here, where is it? Life and struggle and moil, day and day in the rough. Poets, knowing not these, have not knowledge enough. So that seems to me be the key here of this poem, that modern day poets don't experience the difficulty. I mean, there's a lot of judgment in that.
Yeah.
I mean, a heap of judgment.
That's what I felt.
Yeah.
When I read it earlier.
Yeah, definitely. What do we got next over here? We got some. Zora Cross. Or did you? Lesbia Harford. Oh, here we go. Lesbia Harford. Okay. Your turn.
My turn.
Yeah, periodicity. Periodicity, is it? Is that how you say
Periodicity.
Periodicity.
Yeah, periodicity. I have a feeling it's about periods.
Yeah. Well, Lesbia Harford was born on the 8th of April, 1891, and she passed away on the 5th of July, 1927. I'm reading this from behind you.
I know.
Yeah, and that's her there.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really, because that's just a drawing of her by me. Yeah, if she was there, I'd be freaking. Oh my God,
you'd be like a ghost. Oh my God.
Geez, you're a bit stinky, aren't you? Yeah, there'd be maggots crawling it.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so that was lesbians.
Oh, lesbians.
Oh, it's lesbia. I didn't say.
Yeah, I know. I heard you say lesbia. I said lesbia. Yes, old lesbias. Yes. So here we've got Lesbia Lesbia Harford.
Yeah.
Periodicity. My friend declares, being woman and virgin, she takes small account of periodicity. And she is right. Her days are calmly spent, for her sex function is irrelevant.
I know, right? She's a virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I, whose life is monthly broken in twain, must seek some sort of meaning in my pain. Women, I say, are beautiful in change, remote, immortal, like the moon they range, or call my pain a skirmish in the whole. Tremendous conflict between body and soul. Meaning must lie, some beauty surely dwell in the fierce depths and uttermost pits of hell. Yet still I seek, month after month in vain, meaning and beauty in recurring pain.
That's like to be writing about menstruation back then. That's pretty. I don't know. She was pretty cutting edge anyway, because she was sort of. Well, she wasn't sort of a lesbian. She was a lesbian. Yeah, Lesbia, and she was a lesbian. There was an island, a Greek island called Lesbos. Yeah, and I think that's where the name comes from.
Okay,
All the Lesbos. Lesbos.
All the Lesbos.
Yeah. Wow. Hey.
Yeah.
Look, we welcome everybody here at the Australian Poetry Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
We don't care what you do. Yeah. Yeah. We really don't care. As long as
Come on down.
as long as you're not violent and angry and nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just like kind and caring people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Anyway.
vegans.
Of course, why not?
They're kind and caring.
They are. When you look in the eye of an animal, you know that they've got a soul.
Yeah.
Yep. What are we going to do? Am I supposed to be reading something now?
Did you want to read the pruning, flowering? Oh, was it
Pruning, flowering gums. I probably could read that.
Did you want to?
No, I'm quite happy to read
okay.
that. Yeah.
Here you go.
Pruning, flowering gums. I did pre-read it. One summer day along the street, men pruned the gums to make them neat. The tender branches, white with flowers, lay in the sun for hours and hours. And every hour they grew more sweet, more honey-like, until the street smelt like a hive withouten bees. But still the gardeners lopped the trees. Then came the children out of school, noisy and separate as their rule, or of being is the spangled trees gave them one heart, such power to please, had all the flowering branches strown around for them to make their own. Then such a murmuring arose as made the ears confirm the nose and give the lie to eyes for hours. Child bees hummed in the honey flowers. They gathered sprigs and armfuls. Some ran with their fragrant burdens home, and still returned, and after them would drag great boughs. Some stripped a stem of rosy flowers and played with these. Never such love had earthly trees as these young creatures gave by night. The treasured sprays of their delight were garnered, every one. The street looked as the council liked it. Neat.
Yeah.
We'll just chop all the tops off the trees. But at least the kids had something to play with.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much at the end of that. I think I've got one more or two more to read out of this other book over here.
Yeah, lovely.
So learning geography is the last one I got here from Lesbia, Harford. They have a few little hours to study the world, its lovely absence of clouds, or the thunderbolts hurled by hidden powers. All the soft shapes of the vales and the trees of the north. They dream of a minute no longer than forth, ere the year falls, ere the year fails. To cities where carnival glows, or the furnace is bright, so is measured or leisured according as teachers dispose their cosmic delight. Right, well, there we go.
Lovely.
Well, I think we're done for the night.
That was good.
Yeah. Oh, well, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, well, thanks for joining me here at Skye. It's been fantastic. It makes it so much more pleasant for me when I don't have to just drone on and not reading up poetry for ages and then go and edit it. And I've got someone here with me, and we can have a bit of banter and stuff.
Yep.
So if you are a poet and you're passing through Guy, send me an email on oneenglish1@gmail.com or give me a call. Look me up on the website. And book in a time, and we can have an interview here. We can do a Chillin Tuesday pre-recording and read some of your poetry out to the world. How about that, eh?
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. We should have to listen to some of yours one night. Well, tomorrow night's Wednesday Words if you're free, if you've got nothing to do.
So I'll be there Wednesday.
Woo! Okay. All right. And I
sure.
believe Gabriel will be here too.
Oh,
so
that'd be lovely, yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us on this 10th of December 2024. Yeah. It's been one of those days, the day after the 9th and before the 11th.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. I'm Thundercloud and you're
Skye.
Boom. Yeah. See you later.
See ya.
Bye. Oh, hang on. We shouldn't say goodbye yet.
Why?
Why? Because we didn't tell everyone that you've got to give it a thumbs up. And, and
thumbs up, subscribe.
Click on the notification bell. Yeah, all of that kind of stuff. Smash the like button.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. Smash it. Hammer it.
Hammer it.
Yeah. Hammer it. Hammer the like button.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Like boom, like Thundercloud.
That's it.
Boom. Yeah. Hit it with a bit of lightning. Yeah. All right. Good night.
Bit of
See you
support.
later. Yeah. A bit of what?
Support.
Yeah, that's right. Another boom. Boom. Make music. With booms. Boom.
Boom, boom,
Boom, boom, boom, boom, boom.